some moments fade away from the memory pretty fast, and some moments stay with you forever. Here's a compilation of some of the most unbelievable moments that have been stuck in our heads ever since we first saw them. Apparently, the selfish guy who parked this car thought these amateur graffiti artists were being a little selfish. A very business-like way to get your point across. Now, I'm no expert, but won't the boat be easier to control if he switches the motor off?
Yep, well, I've come get some water.
What do you need when an idiot sinks a boat? More idiots to help him.
Come on, baby!
When using a crosswalk, you should always look both ways. Well, unless you're jaywalking. If so, just stare at the car you just cut off. This guy is clearly acting rude and reckless. I wonder how the car recording will react. Oh, he didn't need to do anything. Some very considerate signaling for something completely nuts. See those two solid yellow lines? That means don't pass, and for good reason. Speedboating by people who are a little slow in the head. Even the most amateur sailors know that boats shouldn't be in the middle of a field.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Never park across from a man who carries a hammer in his car and isn't afraid to use it. Speaking of tools, this guy had the perfect one to create himself a little extra room. If this is how you drive, remember what you just put in your trunk. When stealing things from a car, always make sure you're wearing the most visible clothes on the entire planet. He probably needs a new horn after this encounter. Okay, wait. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He might be colorblind, but only for red lights. This is a pretty intense way to wash your face. Hang on. Are they actually trying to sink this thing? If you park like that, then we will too. A case of double parking, solved by a case of double Jeeps. The only video where you wish the guy getting pranked was the filmer.
Wash this out, prick. Wash it out.
This is the least that should happen to you if you're this cruel to a stray dog. The best possible time to make a risky maneuver? In the rain, of course. And now, we have several drivers who've all decided to hop on the idiot train. You've heard of the phrase, getting your sea legs. Well, here's someone who hasn't. If even the camera work makes the viewer seasick, then something's probably gone wrong. Even though his spot was taken, he still found a way to park there. Car blocking your driveway? Just smash it! It's your God-given right! The most dramatic outcome of any road rage. Another slice of littering justice, this time served by a fellow human. The kind of U-turn that makes you say words we can't say in this family-friendly video. Some people are just in a major rush to stop at the lights. Launching a dinghy full of people without the dinghy. Once again, a video of a boat successfully launching some humans. I wonder who these guys are. And I wonder if I can hire them to deal with my neighbor's parking. Don't you wish you had a forklift for moments like these? If you're taking your anger out on a cement truck, just remember what might be around it. Hey, a motorbike. I've seen those on TV. Sometimes parallel parking makes you so angry that you need to do this? Why not join in the argument and tell us who you think is at fault? Boarding like a boss. Or is it like a seriously accident-prone employee? When the fish gets in, you get out. Never park without due care and consideration if you're near a construction crew. A pretty good way to get the message about not parking in disabled bays across. When you start by flipping the bird and end by almost flipping your truck. A professional pickpocket being carefully watched by a professional policeman. Yeah, I'll just chuck my filth out into Mother Nature. You deal with it. watch this guy gently merge into traffic. Yeah, probably time to turn that motor off and admit defeat. Hey, someone should rescue that guy. Just not us. If you park in a disabled space, you better be prepared for your entire car to become a disabled space. You know, sometimes it's just easier to park in the right place, especially if there's one of these in close vicinity. There's a correct time and place to steal a bike, and this really isn't it. When sticks hit back. Just wait for the satisfying final moment of this clip. An interesting maneuver to make when there's a cop car right behind you. Well, this looks like it's going to be nothing but a success. If the Vikings had used this crew, they would never have invaded anywhere. Evidence that, despite the stereotype, Canadians aren't always polite. He was on the way home from the body shop after a previous accident when this happened. Whatever was going on here, it very obviously required those hazard lights. Apparently, those airboats are no good for people who rely on breathing air. Land ahoy! And then more water immediately. Insulting someone's prowess in the bedroom is always a good way to get revenge. It's probably fair to treat people like toddlers when they park like toddlers. The beautiful sight of flashing blue lights just waiting for a complete idiot to drive by. It doesn't matter how much you can bench press. I guarantee that you're not tougher or faster than the average car. Nope, you weren't just imagining that. It really was heading towards you. Is that the fast lane? The slow lane? Who cares? You decide. The average childbirth is less painful than this guy's birthday. Is it me? Or are they not going anywhere? This elderly cleaner has clearly had enough of bad parking. Next time you park, remember that some tow guys have high-tech vehicles like this. To be fair, if I spent all day being called a wench, then I'd be pretty cranky too.
Why you can't get a girlfriend, kid?
This woman clearly has psychic powers.
Let me try it.
Oh, you're gonna get hurt.
Let me try it.
Yeah, you probably want to aim for the gap, not the car. To be fair, it's worth the fatal crash just to get to McDonald's that little bit quicker. Here's someone who forgot to pay attention during the sopping section of his sailing lessons. When it comes to looking cool, trashing an expensive boat is a small price to pay. All right, fair enough. Although now they're probably very unlikely to move it. This guy came home to find his truck being blocked in, although not blocked in enough to prevent him from doing this. Some cops are always on duty, even when they're being interviewed.
Guys?
Red light means stop. He's desperate to get a couple of cars ahead, and doesn't care whose life he has to endanger to achieve it. When you almost become the filling in an automobile sandwich. Yeah, it's always best to steer away from the stuff that isn't water. How many idiots can you get on a boat? This many. Ironically, this non-disabled man decided to disable his own car.
That's fine. We can be in touch with the city of Raleigh. We have all your information. City of Durham.
After politely asking his neighbor not to park across his driveway several times, it was time to bring out the big guns. Well, the big tennis racket. A red light runner, arrested by a convenient cop. Look, no feet. Look, no feet. Look, no bike. This was a very nearly case of almost. Yeah, of course you can cut me off. Welcome to my lane. Once again, you should really try to stay on the wet stuff and stay away from the dry stuff. Good catch, but terrible balance. Something tells me this might not be our parking spot. If you park by a fire hydrant, you're basically saying, yeah, go ahead, break my windows. Oh, that lane's empty. It must be my own personal private one. Unlike U-Haul, this cop isn't going to make this driver's life any easier.
Nice.
It's a lovely day. The sky is blue, the sun is shining, and a truck almost turned me into roadkill. Red cars are always quite visible, which should be good news for any oncoming traffic. Falling out is likely, jumping out is optional. What you don't realize is that he's a waiter and his table is at the bottom of the sea. An excavator gently moving a badly parked van. After borrowing a strap from the construction site opposite, this guy made short work of the car parked in front of his drive. To be fair, it is difficult to spot the police sometimes. Finally, those karate lessons are gonna pay off. Okay, maybe not. If you lack patience, any lane can become a turn lane. Okay, let's see. Blows through a stop sign, cuts him off, brake checks him, and then flips him off. Oh, a good day's work. A man who's finally had enough of a chair. What a beautiful wedding dress. Hope it's waterproof.
Porco zio.
With great power comes great responsibility. And here's a magician who uses their magic for good.
Dude, seriously? Only in LA? Okay, fair enough.
Parking jobs like this just make you want to buy your own tow truck and drive around handing out justice. When the teacher is in on the prank. Yeah, I'll just run this red light. What could go wrong? Sometimes people are so idiotic you just can't honk your horn for long enough. This red light runner clearly thinks he's playing GTA. Yes, there's no better place to relax than right by the propeller. Go home, boat, you're drunk. The business owner's parking spot wasn't the only thing she took. She also took great offense at being parked in by his car. That parking can often get you into a sticky situation. A speeding motorist receives a dose of karma with great speed. And now, Retrocast fans, we bring you the worst porch pirate in the world. He's going to make that exit if he has to crash every single person on the road! Wait a minute, did I forget to close the side door?
Oh, babe, you're breaking.
Now might be a good time to get her out of the driver's seat.
again. Just gonna do it again. Oh, lady.
Stop it. What are they fucking...
Pull the key.
Whoever was in charge of shipping schedules definitely got fired that day. Or just walked out of the office and quit. After this car parked in his driveway too many times, this man decided to officially make it part of his property. Parking really doesn't get more phenomenally bad than this. You do realize that trams lines are designed for trams, right? The skills needed to be a shoplifter are, well, nowhere to be seen in this clip. Apparently, police cars have a radar system to detect complete idiots. The sign said no U-turns. He didn't care about the sign. This clip features a veritable symphony of idiots in cars. Sure! Merge whenever! Tesla drivers are very keen on saving the planet, but not so keen on saving the lives of other drivers.
Oh my god.
Holy
Sinking is bad enough. Sinking with an audience is worse. If the choice is between bridge or gap, then always steer towards the gap. A nice piece of destructive karma for this double-parked car. Hitting the car won't do any good. Well, not with your hands, at least. Always remember, Grandma's still here because she survived a lot.
Sorry, Grandma, don't do that to me. That's not one of your damn ticket jobs, buddies.
The police, they're everywhere, and they've got eyes like a hawk.
Well, the road is over all of our streets right now. Ooh, they're gonna come in. Go get it.
Who'd have thought a guy with a paint job like this could be such an inconsiderate driver? A practitioner of the fine art of the last-minute turn signal. Smashing the windows of the car that was blocking him in wasn't quite enough for this guy. He decided to go for a more solid solution. You see that weird rotating contraption? Well, if you park badly enough in London, it could be coming for you. I understand fried foods are unhealthy, but fried ice might not be the best choice. This moron thought it would be fun to kick a stray dog. The dog's friends disagreed. And that day was nearly the last time he ever rode his bike. Running red lights pretty much always results in this kind of thing, but people still seem surprised when the dog takes your boat for a joyride. Yeah, all we need to sort this out is a few more muscle-bound idiots with no clue. Park badly near our warehouse and we'll treat your car like stock. It's a little-known fact that yellow lines can make your car levitate. They all practice the proper safety procedures. Well, most of them. A porch pirate stealing Christmas gifts, but not for long.
Oh! Scared the shit out of me.
Watch on my camera.
I thought it was mine. I'm sorry, sir.
Goddamn right. Get the on my porch.
Okay.
You come back on my porch again, I will call the cops.
Yeah, sure. Come and join me in the lane. Pull yourself up a chair. Can I offer you a drink? Blowing a stop sign is pretty selfish, and spitting on the car you cut up is the cherry on top of the idiot cake. Hey. You know, the steering wheel can turn the other way too. Sometimes all you can say is, whoops. Don't park in disabled bays. We have ways and gadgets to make you move.
He's probably ready. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Let us know if you need us again.
A bunch of illegally parked mopeds and a bunch of very upset moped owners. When you know your loved one just a little too well. Just a driver slamming on his brakes for no apparent reason on a fast-moving highway, no biggie. When panic sets sometimes, all you can say is gibberish. It's a little-known fact that the exit ramp can also be used as a fast lane, not. Here's why the police should pay attention to the speed limit too. There's nothing like finding a nice, relaxing fishing spot. Sometimes certain shapes say more than words ever could. For this car owner, it's either move it or drive a rust bucket. Yeah, pretty sure that's not a bypass lane. Just one more beautiful slice of instant justice for a total idiot. An interesting way to get out of slow-moving traffic. Red light? Ha! Not for me! You kind of get the feeling they reverse a car in exactly the same way. I mean, who carries a tow rope in their boat? Well, luckily this guy did. If you illegally park in front of a dumpster, then you have to expect some dumpster-themed justice.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Why are you...
I've never seen anything like that in my life, no?
There goes down.
Yalla.
It's a trash for metal, I think.
Yeah, but this is insane how they do it.
Bad parking can cause some hairy situations, which is why shaving foam is sometimes the solution. With an experiment as old and famous as Coke and Mentos, you'd think people would be prepared for the result by now. Road rage. Maybe because he's got such a terrible car. Here's someone else who has trouble distinguishing between red and green.
The doing?
Hello? What are you doing here? Even high bridges are sometimes too low. Yeah, he's clearly aiming for that empty parking space. The best way to stop someone parking over your drive? Make sure it's really difficult for them to move. No, wait a minute. This guy won't just move your car, he'll put you in a hole too. Here's why you should never brake check a truck. When the water bottle trick backfires. Apparently this happens every single day at this intersection, so you'd probably start taking another route to work. Yield signs do not apply to those who choose not to yield. Proof that all you need to captain a boat is a healthy bank account.
We've been doing this for 5 minutes.
You get the feeling the guy at the front may have done this route before. A row of badly parked cars ends up as a row of horrifically parked cars. Once again, I'm not entirely sure what's preserving someone's bad parking for even longer actually achieves. There are many inventive ways to deal with people who park in disabled spaces, and this is one of them.
That's my dad's car. You got me? There you go. Can't get out now.
Let this be a lesson.
Don't park in a disabled spot, or someone's gonna box you in.
That's the look of the taste of instant regret. At a roundabout, you always give way to your left, unless you're him. Yeah, woohoo! Red lights are for losers. If a boat crashes into you, you wouldn't want it to be this one. When it comes to sailing, wind isn't always your friend. You get the feeling this truck driver has been pushed a little too far by whoever owns that car. Why use the parking lot right next to you when you can block the entire road? wasn't for people who don't bother to check their mirrors for police cars, the Retrocast team's jobs would be significantly harder. When brake checks go wrong, which is pretty much all the time. When someone cuts you off, brake checks you, and yells at you, then all you can really do is shrug. This guy claimed double idiot points by almost taking out both of them. This is the kind of clip that makes you want to shout, "No!" in slow motion. A near drowning. Fun for the whole family. You're about to see one man completely lose it. This bad parker is set to experience a bit of bad parking themselves. Only it's not a car that's going to be blocking them in. If only there were a police car nearby, you know, just hiding away, waiting for an idiot. The delicious sight of an unmarked car suddenly flashing into light. Yeah, not only am I gonna make a U-turn, I'm also gonna close my eyes while I do it. This accident definitely has an interesting backstory. Can anyone figure out what's going on here? If so, then let me know in the comments. A nice day for a walk, but not along this path. You should always be considerate to senior citizens. Oh, and never mess with them. Well, if he parked there, then he must be okay with his car being used as a trash can. His dad said it was a bad idea. His dad was right. He cut off a bus, but also managed to cut himself a slice of instant justice. I own a white SUV, out of my way! A head-on collision narrowly and scarily avoided. Sometimes you've just got to commit. He clearly has no intentions of waiting at the gas pump. One more striking example of why you really shouldn't park near a fire hydrant. If you care about parking justice, chances are you probably own a Jeep. Well, what can you say except, nice try? A bike thief was caught red-handed and red-faced.
Hey! I got the police on the line! That's my bike!
I'd love to give it back.
Great! Get off!
Okay, not every Prius driver acts like this. But when drivers do act like this, usually they're driving a Prius. When you forget to look in those pesky wing mirrors.
Okay, Garmin.
Why is it so hard for some people to concentrate on the blue and stay away from the green? This was almost 3 men impaled on a boat. Apparently, FedEx even delivers nice doses of karma. A much more time-effective method of keying someone's car. Or several, in this case. Another red light runner, and once again, he did it in the wrong place at the wrong time. Are you tired of seeing dangerous drivers being immediately caught by the police? Nah, of course you're not. Well, she does an annoyed shrug, so she must be in the right. When an immovable idiot meets an unstoppable idiot. I can't wait behind this slow driver. I'll just overtake around this blind turn instead. Running 2 lights in a construction zone. Now that's some world-class idioting. Pretty hard to know what to do in this situation. Walk away, swim, cry. Nah, he's definitely going to get a parking ticket for this. Bad parking or a bad breakup? Nobody wants to see a massive steel claw hovering over their car. Here's a man who gets exactly what he deserves. He used his karate skills to resist arrest, and then realized he didn't have any. Sometimes idiots in cars are available in a 2 for the price of 1 deal. When it comes to believing in safe lane changes, this trucker is an atheist. When your boat has a fit. Hey, wait a minute. This is our Idiots in Boats video. Get back to Idiots in Cars where you belong. A rare example of bad parking escaping the jaws of justice and receiving a round of applause for their trouble.
52nd Street. You got it. Woo! Let's go!
A small feline reminder to not leave your convertible roof open. For a porch pirate, this is the equivalent of suddenly having to walk the plank. We're going to go ahead and say there might have been some history between these 2 women. A 5-point turn on an off-ramp. Yeah, why not? What's the worst that could happen? Death, carnage, and destruction? Well, that near miss was definitely worth it. You want to see a $1 million boat crashing into some rocks? Of course you do. Yes, these are some top-tier driving skills. Good job he had a wetsuit on. This striking Bugatti is getting an equally striking new accessory.
I guess he thought he could park wherever he wanted to. Well, he was wrong. But if you ask me, the bigger crime was putting that ugly wrap on such a nice car. Well, that deserves time in the big house, if you ask me.
For the fire service, this is just a case of another day, another idiot. He did his best to avoid paying, and then things suddenly got a lot more expensive. She parked in a disabled space, and then she got her comeuppance. Lanes, Marty? Where we're going, we don't need lanes! Is he going left? Isn't he going left? It's a mystery! This boat crash is almost as bad as the camera work. Well, he didn't need that part of the boat anyway. See the guy in the suit running over illegally parked cars with a tank? Well, that's the mayor of this place. And the frightening thing is that she must have passed the reversing section of her driving test. Who let her on the road? Sitting on the bollards, eh? Well, I'll just see about that. The dislocated groin really wasn't worth the few dollars she saved. Even those dogs have a higher IQ than this driver. That profanity emoji is very necessary during this clip. Nothing brings a family together like raw panic. Proof that some boats just hate their owners. The universe decided to solve this bad parking job by sending a truck their way. Forklifts should really be renamed as car movers. A police sting operation was set up to catch porch pirates, and this guy walked right into it. Hey, you know wet cement? Well, you probably shouldn't drive your truck into it. I'm a truck. I don't have to care. Sure, pull out. Be my guest. Meanwhile, in the dead of night, an idiot makes an idiot out of himself at a boom. A crash so inevitable you can almost hear it before it happens. A FedEx driver delivering himself a really bad Monday. Well, he tried to stop him.
Watch out!
She tried to outrun the police. And guess what? It was a mistake. Everyone has a different relationship with their dad. Here's one of them.
No.
Well, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but it looks like they're in for a whole world of hurt. When you've got a death wish, you don't need to yield to other traffic. Hi, just decided to pop over to your side of the road and say hello. Even their flashy 3 engines couldn't prevent this disaster from happening. Hopefully this is one of those waterproof tractors. You know, the ones that don't exist. A slightly radical way to deal with bad parking, but also incredibly effective. Block the cycle lane and pay the consequences. Bye-bye, wing mirror.
Through here. Trying to force my way through here.
Bike lane. Why are you in the bike lane? Excuse me. Wait a minute.
Cocoa must taste nice, right? It's where chocolate comes from.
Keep telling him it's going to be gross, but he does not want to listen. So I'm going to let him find out for himself.
There are bullfighters, and then there are bull strippers. Ah, an alligator-infested swamp. What a great place to be stranded. Let's go out on a limb and say that this was his first time driving a boat. I appear to have missed my turn. Maybe I should just endanger the life of every other road user. How to spot an idiot in a car. Lesson 1. Evidence that some people belong under the water and not on it. Unfortunately, you can't use humans as ballast. Yeah, I think those things are probably footproof. This looks like an emergency. I'd better sit here and record it for my socials. It's those two arch enemies again. Motorcyclist versus litterbug.
Oh, you want it on camera? I got it on camera.
This guy is stealing copper, but not for long. A very near but narrowly averted disaster. Luckily, they were fine in the end, but it's safe to say that this wasn't a safe day to go sailing.
Let go. Oh, we're going over. I'm just gonna get it in. Coming up. Well, I've never flipped one of these before, so glad to know I can unflip it. Okay,
Just start pulling stuff into the boat, honestly.
You're about to see 18 wheels of pure idiocy. Is this the normal way to merge in this place? Or in any place for that matter? Slow and steady wins the race. Unless you're this guy. Doing a wheelie without any wheels. This robot delivers justice so tow trucks don't have to. Towing a car in NYC requires a specific set of skills. You shouldn't brake check any car, of course, but especially not this one. Bad neighbor receives bad karma. Well, this is my exit. Pray for your own safety, everyone. Oops, it's almost time for my midday nap. Better stop right here. Well, that went... well? The dignity of the intrepid explorer. Or do I mean lack of dignity? As any good driver's ed teacher will tell you, you should never park your car in an avalanche. The Audi RS Q8 claims to have a trunk space of 605 liters. Let's see if it's true. She threw litter, so Mother Nature threw her. Even horses aren't immune to instant justice. Look out for those shallow reefs. They may make you look like an idiot. You know, like this idiot. There's no better way to remind boat owners to be careful near bridges than by wedging a boat under a bridge. This truck wasn't even willing to yield to the cars in front of him.
You gotta be kidding me.
It's always fun when you accidentally catch the worst moment of someone's life on film. You gotta hand it to them. That was a nicely done soaking. Ah, it looks like my brand new badly parked car is ready. You get the feeling they'd been planning to do this ever since the first time he parked like that. Yes, if there's one thing that our oceans and seas needs, it's more unnecessary pollution. Thanks, idiots in boats. Move away from the bush. Repeat, move away from the bush. You didn't think we'd run out of clips of police cars catching idiots, did you? Don't worry, we've got loads. A shoplifter gets caught in a very public manner. Everyone loves a day at the beach, except him. Don't you hate the way those pesky bridges are always getting in the way? A new and groundbreaking approach to parallel parking. Never break up with someone who has this much saran wrap or free time.
I don't know what they did. I ain't never seen no shit like this. They saran wrap this shit.
You know, it's the anticipation that's the unbearable bit. A super yacht involved in a super crash. And now it seems appropriate to end this video with a cop being rear-ended. And don't you hate it when you dock without crashing so you reverse and try it again? The world's deadliest catapult. Why is he so determined to trash that other car? Well, it belongs to his wife. Yes, that must have been some argument.
Только не мою, пожалуйста. Смотри, что делает, а?
Always carry a sledgehammer. They're invaluable when it comes to resolving parking disputes. If you've watched this video without subscribing to RetroCast, then there really is no justice in the world. Do it now!